Breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
And we want to get you right to that breaking news here at 6 o'clock. North Carolina's senior U.S. Senator Thom Tillis says he will not seek re-election. Thank you for joining us. I'm Eric Miller. This comes after the Republican voted against President Donald Trump's tax and spending bill, which advanced in the Senate last night. We're bringing you team coverage tonight. We've got reaction from both sides of the aisle in the WRAL Live Center. But first, let's get to WRAL's Heidi Kirk, who joins us live from the senator's Raleigh office. Heidi, Tillis has been a well-known figure in state politics for a long time.
Eric, that is right. Senator Tillis has had a long career with the North Carolina's General Assembly, including spending time as the Speaker of the House. And now he's on his second term as a U.S. Senator, where he's known for making deals across the aisle. And now his tenure has come to an end. In a statement, Tillis said this, quote, "As many of my colleagues have noticed over the last year, and at times even joked about, I haven't exactly been excited about running for another term." He goes on to say, quote, "It's not a hard choice, and I will not be seeking re-election." Tillis's announcement came after the senator opposed what's known as Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. That bill would cut taxes on wages and tips while increasing spending on many of the president's priorities. Tillis said Saturday he wouldn't support the bill, citing changes to Medicaid. He also said slashing the CHIPS Act would be devastating to North Carolina. Tillis's decision leaves an empty seat in the Senate. Political analyst David McLennan says it will be something to watch.
We'll be hearing a lot about the North Carolina Senate seat. Both parties will be trying out candidates. So it'll be an opportunity for North Carolinians to get to know some new candidates.
Tillis was already facing primary challengers, including businessman Andy Nilsen and Don Brown, a former congressional candidate. On the Democratic side, Wiley Nickel announced that he's running for the 2026 Senate seat. Former Governor Roy Cooper is said to have been considering that seat as well. It'll be something North Carolina voters will also be watching.
I'm definitely wondering if whoever fills Tillis's role in North Carolina would be more likely to continue on in this fashion, or if it would be someone who would be more willing to stick to the mainstream Republican line, or if it's someone who is looking towards a more bipartisan, stance.
A big shakeup in state politics, one that many will have their eyes on. Now, of course, it's important to note that Tillis's term will end at the end of 2026. And of course, McClellan and other political analysts say that he could be a wild card now in the Senate. Of course, something to watch in the months to come. Heidi Kirk, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Heidi, thank you. And one of the candidates Heidi mentioned is former U.S. Representative Wiley Nickel. We heard from Nickel earlier today. WRAL's Megan Glova joins us now in the Live Center with what he's saying and more reaction. Megan.
Eric, WRAL spoke to Nickel just before we got on air, and he says he's ready to flip a seat again. Now, he also shared this on X. Take a look. Simply put, Thom Tillis is out. I'm the only Democrat in this race, and I'm ready to win. Speaking of North Carolina Democrats, North Carolina Democratic Party Chair Anderson Clayton shared this statement. Thom Tillis spent years putting D.C. Republicans and corporate donors ahead of the people of North Carolina, and voters noticed. We look forward to next November when North Carolinians will finally elect a senator that will actually fight for North Carolina. Moving on to reaction from NC GOP Chairman Jason Simmons. He says as we move forward into the midterms, we will hold this seat for Republicans in 2026, making mention of President Trump's America First priorities. And we end with President Trump. He said on Truth Social, great news. Senator Thom Tillis will not be seeking re-election. No word yet from Senator Ted Budd. We'll share any update from him when we get it. Back to you.